Okay, this is my field experience. So, I did my field experience in my backyard, and we do have animals. We did. We had ducks, so that also, when I talk more, just impacts stuff in general, like my grass. And we had a garden because my dad likes gardens, so we had like a lot of vegetables, like not just like plants of different vegetables, and we had trees, like fruit trees. Change over the year is definitely grass because when you till grass will come up and it just disappears. Like it doesn't come back. The only thing that grows back is thistle. So when you till up dirt, the only way you can get grass to grow back is when you pick up dirt again and put grass seed in. And you can in the picture you can clearly tell which one has grass and not. The one with more grass is my more current picture. Another thing is sunlight. As you can see, this is like the first left side picture is at 5 p.m. and the other one's at 8 p.m. So when daylight, sunlight, whatever affects everything. It's still cold outside, but in general, sunlight affects because sunlight also helps with growth. And clearly, with this sunlight, like daylight saving time and stuff, there's more sunlight later in the day. There's just more sunlight in general in the day. So, more opportunity for things to grow. And then animals and hearing them and seeing them, it definitely decreased with winter because animals migrate and hibernate and they just go away. You don't really see or hear them no more. So that affects everything. Uh my chemistry through the seasons is during summer, photonization photonization was like at an all-time high and everything was growing and you had to mow constantly. But then you got to fall. And that was like the breaking point. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Breaking point where everything, you didn't really have to mow a lot. Like, maybe once a week was still good a little because we did have warmer near the end still. But then you got to winter. And, oh, wait. Yeah, and the leaves changed in autumn too. And then in winter, there's less light, colder temperatures. So like, photosynthesis, like, declines kind of. And, like, chemical photosynthesis is a chemical reaction, and also just stuff's just not growing no more. And then spring came back, which caused an increase in photosynthesis, and because daylight is increasing too, plants just start to resume the photosynthesis and start growing more rapidly. Artifacts I grabbed was cornstalk, grass, rock, and leaves from an apple tree. Pro. Um, so grass is photosynthesis because you need that to grow anything in your yard or really anything at all. And then anywhere. And then grass roots, they absorb elements like nitrate and phosphate, which is like relates to when we talk about solutions, ions, and electrolytes. And then the roots, they do like this transportation, like when you like when you have water and all these different minerals, like you have the active transportation whatever, and it just like takes them up the stem or something. And then making grass takes a chemical, like a good chemical environment, because you need sunlight, water, nutrients, sunlight, water, and nutrients, because those just help in process. If you don't have those, it's not gonna be like, going at the rate you want it. And then I interviewed my family, and they said things that they like saw change or affected was the how we built more roadways and like roadways and buildings because it cut down animal habitats and like just caused species to decrease. And then another problem was the plastic use. It's like pollution because your water kind of contamination in your water. You can taste it. It just doesn't taste the same. So you use plastic, which plastic obviously leads to pollution because where they're going. And there's also consequences of air pollution, which is like health risks like asthma, which I would know, my sister would know because that actually affected her. And I guess for like forgotten when you're a kid, you, I guess you take for granted what you see outside when you were younger and just thought nothing of it. And also, and as a kid, you had a lot of wonder about everything outside and you had astonishment, but you still can feel the same things after taking a science class and feel the astonishment because, you know, you're like experience the same thing, but now you know more deeply about it and you actually realize how important this stuff is. And then the end. That's pictures my current field experience, and I guess this is my last time doing it.